Welcome to Green Gold, your agro-based discussion program digging deep into the rich natural agricultural resources of the Niger Delta and Nigeria as a whole. On Green Gold, we take a deep analysis of the problems, prospects, and solutions to food production in our society. Food is indeed gold, hence, this program takes a holistic look from planting, harvesting, processing to consumption of our farm produce. Our guests are drawn from the grassroots farmers, corporate farmers, to the academia. Our official languages on Green Gold are Special English, Queen's English, as well as vernacular. Green Gold, thought provoking and insightful. Well, this morning I've just walked in unexpectedly into a small farm here in Rokwoko. I try to see that a lot of things are here, and I am seeing different crops. Please, can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Akande Adigbola.
Yes.
I'm a Nigerian living in Port Harcourt, Ukpoku precisely. I'm trying to build up a farm that is going to be of beneficial not only to me, but also to the people within our locality here. As a matter of fact, farming has become a very big necessity in this time. With assurance of food in your stomach, what people call stomach infrastructure. When you are assured of your feeding, of your daily feeding, chances are that you will have peace to think of other positive things. When the stomach is empty, tension will grab you, and where there is tension, when tensions are multiplied, the brain will malfunction. Of a truth, farming is a necessity. To the best of my knowledge, I know very well that I will not surrender until the farming activity is expanded. At the moment, we are doing small fishery, we are doing goatry, animal husbandry, as they call it. We are doing cropping, we are doing buying and selling. We are into quite a number of things that are agricultural based. So at the moment, that is what we are doing.
But actually, what made you to go into farming?
Quite a number of things. A number of years back, I discovered that I was jobless, I was almost hopeless, and it was seemed as if I could not think straight. My children were stranded, no food for them. Then I chose to reason it that people who are farming, our great grandfather, I learned they use the farm to take care of numerous children. Some of them even have the opportunity by my studying and by my going through some historical books. They use this farming to train some of their children in the university. Some even go as far as sending their children abroad. I started reasoning it that farmers are not to be neglected. So I chose to contact some of my colleagues who are already into it. And when I visited them, even though I was thinking they were in a big company working, until I visited one of them to seek for assistance, only to find me in a farm. That time it was farming purely vegetable, which is water leaf, in a very big expanse of land. I look at it, I say, if this man can do it in a very big land, up to 10 plots, and he has several, up to more than 50 bags of water leaf he has harvested. And I noticed women were working with him. I counted up to 15 women who were actually engaged. And I chose to say, no, I must also make attempt. And I started. I chose to start it. I started, and eventually I discovered that there is a big express road, more than 20 lane express road inside forest. If only you will have courage. Start small and expand. Start small and ask question. People who are your John the Baptist, if I may use the word. definitely there's road in the bush. There's hope in the bush.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder how most people would like to go into farming because, though we need food every day, but a lot of people believe that farming is something that you cannot get your food immediately, and some of them have challenges, and those challenges would discourage them from going into farming. What do you think are some of the challenges that you would want to mention in farming?
Some of the challenges could be what we learnt in school. We call to capital, land capital, entrepreneurship, acumen. If you have the courage and you have the love of whatever you are doing, whatever, not only farming, once you have courage and you have love for what you are doing, you can be sure that you are 50% on the road to success. What I mean is this: challenges like land. You may not have all the money to buy land, but you can lease land. You can see abandoned dustbin based land. For me, I started in a place that was abandoned. There was a refuse dump. I approached the owner of the piece of land, and he said if I could clear it, and I went into clearing it courageously because I made up my mind to be a success in the farming expedition. So if you talk of land, land cannot deny you of going into farming, because we have people who have land who can also lease the land, who can permit you either family land or community land. Anything you want to do, I know land is a major something. Then capital, you don't have to wait for millions of naira to say you are going into farming. Even if you do it on a 2 plot of land, all farming is farming. You take care of yourself. As they say, charity begins at home. Charity beginning at home is that you have secured your own intestine, your stomach, so to say.
That is your stomach infrastructure.
Your stomach infrastructure. You have secured yourself. You have built an infrastructure that can give you your primary need. If you harvest plantain, you harvest ugu, you harvest yam, you harvest pawpaw, you harvest quite a number of things. You can take care of yourself. Excess one can go to the market. Then when you expand, you can now begin to talk of seeking for help in form of equipment. For example now, if you go into my type of farming, I am building up equipment level where I can produce feed, not only for my chickens.
Okay. When you talk your type of farming, it's like pushing me to ask you what exactly do you farm? What type of crop? Because some people are good in animal husbandry, some people are good in cassava cultivation. So, which are the areas that are your catchment areas, and for how many years have you been doing this
At the
farming?
moment, I am into fishery and I'm into poultry, that is chicken farming. I'm also into animal husbandry. My key area is the fishery. I discovered that with a very small space, minimum of 10 feet by 20 feet, you can have 2,000 catfish to maturity. That simply means that with half a plot, I can commence action.
Yes, with half a plot, you can commence action.
Yes.
Now, what type of action are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that if you have a tarpaulin of 10 by 20, and you have what I can call 2,000 catfish, and you seek for knowledge, because you may not be able to have all the information, but you will leverage on people who are already there. With the 2,000 catfish and you have a pit of 10 by 20, you can be sure of, in the next possible 6 months, if those fishes were fed well and you are an individual, you can survive without having to depend on government. But with the time, when you start expanding, definitely your success will identify you to the society. People will like to come to you to ask you, because in Nigeria of today, People see you doing certain things, they say, you, what nonsense are you doing? But the moment you bring success start coming, they will say, how did you do it? And that is what I discover. Most people that come to me now, they are the people who just look at me as maybe I was wasting time going to dustbin site to farm. But today they are coming to me, asking me, how did I do it? And how did I do it? It's a success story. The story is long, but definitely I will not discourage anybody going to farm. But you just have to be smart. Like I tell some people that my name is Ewu. People say, why can you call yourself Ewu? I say Ewu.
What does Ewu mean when you say Ewu?
Ewu in Igbo language is goat. But in Yoruba language we call it Ewure. But I see myself as Ewu, and I look at EWU, empowered with understanding, realistically engaged. To complete the Ewure in Yoruba, Ewu is empowered with understanding. EWU, for you to be a success in anything you are, you must be an Ewu. What I mean, Ewu, empowered with understanding. You must seek knowledge. You must make contact with John the Baptist of our time, people who are forerunners into this farming expenditure. That one will make you a proper Ewu with a horn, with a what they call Onkwe in Igbo language. You will become a mature Ewu, empowered with understanding.
So how long have you been in this, your fishing and farming business generally?
To be precise, I started this fishing business sometimes in 2013. I diverted into fishing when I saw the prospect. But initially I was into poultry. But today, since 2013 to date, I have not reversed. In fact, my reverse gear, I have disabled it. It is now front wheel driving.
What do you mean by front wheel driving now?
Keep moving, keep achieving, keep expanding, keep seeking knowledge, keep being an Ewu, keep being empowered with understanding. In all your choosing career, I have chosen farming, so I am empowered with understanding. So I can call myself actual Ewu. Just like our forerunner, Muhammad Ali, called himself goat. He is not a goat, but the greatest of all time. I can become greatest of all time. People who are great farmers today, like our father, Obasanjo. Water farm was not started in just 1 second. It's a gradual process. He is our mature Ewu in Nigeria today. I'm not maybe insulting him.
No. We understand.
But I know
what
very
you're
well
saying,
that
yes.
Obasanjo himself is a proper Ewu. Dangote is a proper Ewu. Even Buhari is a mature Ewu. These are people who are empowered with understanding and they are realistically engaged. Get my word, empowered with understanding. Ewu. Ewure, empowered with understanding, realistically engaged. You are not joking. You are into it. You ask questions. People who know better than you guide you. You attend conference, attend lecture, seek knowledge, and then you will be a mature Ewu.